So back to this. Sorry, just now the recording was actually crashing. So we continue from where we left off. So we have this setup that generates this random point cloud, and then we kind of instancing circles or triangles into each of the point cloud and give it a random color. And I told you for Sketchfab, we have two ways to export out point cloud representations. So the first one is like the real point cloud data. That's actually what you see here. If I just export this out, save it out as ASCII, and then import it into Sketchfab, it will become like a real point cloud data. And you have another one which is actually these triangles, simply just by using the vertex color. So I want to export out the point cloud data first of all. So like I said before, this is the XYZ data and XYZ and RGB. The RGB, apparently I checked just now, the RGB needs to be between 0 and 255 instead of between 0 and 1. In Blender, RGB is between 0 and 1, so but that's pretty easy to remap. We simply remap the value. So this is the original one, between 0 and 1. We want it to be between 0 and 255. Simply plug that in. And we're gonna do that for each one of these. So once we're done, dump it again. Now you can see this is the data that we're gonna export out. There's this extra character there. Maybe we don't need. Let's dump it again. But I think we don't need to worry about this extra character. We're just gonna save this as pointcloud.asc for ASCII. Save it. And let's try to import our model. Hopefully this works. So the first one, pointcloud.ascii. This is the ASCII type format that Sketchfab actually understand. Point cloud test. Okay, let's call it point cloud. Categories, educations. Let's continue. Hopefully this works. Yeah, there you go. I think it's actually working. And we need to change a bit of setting here in the 3D because it's just a point cloud and it's just a single point without any kind of surface. So we don't need to lead it out. We can actually get rid of the background as well. First of all, I always increase the point size because that's very important. And then we don't need to use the shading, and we get rid of the background. Actually, keep the background but change it to other format. Ambient occlusion doesn't work. Cavity. Okay, here. Environment off. Okay, there you go. Material, what else? Background. I think the vignette and the bloom actually quite nice for point cloud. So yeah, I kind of like this real point cloud kind of format. So I can save the view and then publish this. Save and publish. But like I said beforehand, you can also instance like triangles or circle or whatever. Like in this case, it's triangles, just like confetti. If we save this, save it with SquareChalk, whatever, doesn't matter. We can actually go back to Sketchfab and simply import the blend file, and then Sketchfab will understand that this artwork as well. So it's really that simple. Basically, this kind of processing is, I think, used to be a little bit harder, but I think using sphere chalk and all these nodes makes everything just a lot simpler. And I found it's quite amazing that we can really, as simple as this, to dump all this information like XYZ and then RGB. Thanks to sphere chalk developers. I suggest you to have a look, give sphere chalk a try, and maybe give donations to the sphere chalk developers. So this point cloud processing, point cloud, and sphere chalk, procedural, continue. Let it process for a few seconds. I really like Sketchfab. Actually, I'm always a big fan of Sketchfab, and then recently they have this animation features, and I found it's really neat that they done that, and they keep improving the presentation of 3D. I think it's like one of the best. Actually, maybe if not the only like a website that's to display your 3D models. When they adds like animations capability, and then also like maybe sound, Sketchfab is going to be really cool. Once you have like a method to display augmented reality using our smartphone, it's like, wow, you know, this is it, you know. Now I'm just adjusting the background for this. Save the view and publish. Yes, as simple as that, and you have like this point cloud with colors being displayed on Sketchfab. The next thing that's in question for me is how we can export the animation data as well. I know the fact that Sketchfab allows for like a stop motion kind of data, like a frame by frame of data that you can turn on and off using their time frame file format. But I tried it a little bit earlier today, and still seems to fail on me on the point cloud. Maybe there's a bug or something. I have to talk with Sketchfab support. But once I figure that out, I'll show you how you can generate like procedural animations, and how you can export the animations. Like we're gonna need a way to export out this point cloud data as multiple ASCII file. But yeah, but I will give that a try, and that's gonna be for the next one. Thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully this is really clear for you. If you have any questions, comments, just let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully this is useful for you. So you just need to have Blender, and you need sphere chalk add-on. You can easily process your point cloud data with the color informations. Okay, so I guess I'll see you in the next video then.